What is up, guys? It is Joe. We're back. We're talking ball about the Cats, specifically one player on the football field, as you see in the thumbnail. We're talking about everybody's favorite running back, DJ Giddens, the Kansas State junior running back. Has been incredible this season. It's been no secret for myself, for you, or anybody else in the country. But that being said, he's still a guy that gets the national media to turn a blind eye towards his play. Why that is, you can relate that back to a couple of reasons, but more or less, it's just a lack of ball knowledge. This kid is an elite running back, and I'm going to talk to you about how good DJ Giddens is and how incredible his 2024 season has been so far. Before I do get into that, let me remind you, if you like the channel, be sure and hit that subscribe button. It does help us out on the channel, and it's the best way to support the channel. It's the best way to support me for this content, so be sure and consider taking a couple of seconds out of your day, hitting that subscribe button, as more K-State football content and basketball content is coming down the pipeline very, very soon. But guys, let me jump in here about DJ Giddens. Now, there's 1,000 different things I could say about DJ. The main reason I'm making this video is for one specific thing. There's 1,000 different things you could cite here and say why DJ deserves more praise, but the main thing that I've been talking about this week is there was a tweet from 785 Sports KSU. Be sure and follow him, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you're at. He's got a great channel as well on YouTube. But he tossed up a post over on social media and basically said, rank these 5 running backs. Now, for better or worse, it was Deuce Vaughn, Darren Sproles, DJ Giddens, and then 2 that fell slightly, well, not slightly, it fell pretty far behind. The point is, you had DJ, Deuce Vaughn, Darren Sproles at the top. It was pretty much a wide consensus view that everybody chose Darren Sproles number 1. That's fine. But then number 2 was where it got interesting. It got a little dicey for some people in the K-State fan base because they had to pick between Deuce Vaughn and DJ Giddens, backfield mates in 2022 in that Big 12 championship run. The point of this video isn't to say DJ Giddens is better than Deuce Vaughn or Deuce Vaughn is better than DJ Giddens. That's not what I'm here to say. That's for you to make your mind up. I'm just going to give you my thoughts on the background. The fact that we're talking about a kid that was a 0-star recruit, came to Kansas State, developed beautifully and perfectly, instinctually, any way you could have, is incredible. We're talking about DJ Giddens being on pace with a top 2 all-time great at the running back position for Kansas State. And I got to tell you, I'm not disagreeing. DJ deserves to be up there. He is damn good at football, and he's on pace with Deuce Vaughn in my mind. I think those are 1A and 1B. Whichever side you want to go with that, that's fine. Argue amongst yourself in the comment section. But the point I'm trying to make here is think about how big of a testament it is to DJ for getting to this conversation. To say, I am one of the top 3 running backs in Kansas State history. You can look at that however you want, and you can get angry if I'm not defending one guy or mad that, whatever the case is. But the point is, you see so many people slowly showing up to the DJ Giddens party. We've all been on that bandwagon for years now. We saw it last year. Heck, you saw it as a true freshman, how hard the kid ran through tackles. And even in that Alabama game in 2022, you saw some of the flash that he had. This season, he's been different. That last season as a sophomore had kind of the keys to the car, I would say, in that backfield. After Deuce goes on to the NFL, DJ goes 223 carries for 1,226 yards after a true freshman season with 500-plus yards and 6 scores. DJ in 2024 has been electric. He's been one of the best running backs in the country, and had it not been for a guy like Ashton Gentry, might be the Doak Walker favorite. That's the type of way we're at right now with Kansas State running backs. DJ has 127 carries for 843 yards, 4 touchdowns. That number is steadily climbing up, obviously a 5th one through the air. But DJ's been unbelievable. He's averaging 6.6 yards per carry and has truly been one of the biggest rising stars in his draft class heading into the 2025 NFL draft, should he choose to do so. My pick is yes for that, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. In all of college football right now, just for a reference, DJ Giddens has the 9th most rushing yards of any player in the country. He also doesn't have 150 carries like Cam Scatterbo. He doesn't have 50 carries like Taj Brooks. He's got a $127. He's got 25 less carries than these dudes that are damn near 1,000-yard backs. DJ is well on pace to that to put up a historic Kansas State season this year in 2024. Now, where that puts him all-time, that's going to be the question for whenever he decides to hang it up at Kansas State. And when the season's done, we'll look back and say what an incredible season this has been. But shoot, through 7 games, the guy's got almost 1,000 yards rushing in 7 games. There's going to be postseason play. K-State already bowl eligible. This number is going to continue to climb. Last year for Kansas State, that 1,226-yard rushing season, that's 10th best in Kansas State history. There's 9 seasons better than that. DJ's going to blow that season out of the water with the base he's on. I could very easily see him getting above a Deuce Vaughn stat line of 1404 or 1465, 1558. There's a realistic alley to say DJ Giddens could surpass that. And I think we've known about the power that DJ has. We know about the ability. Hey, he's a 6'1", 212-pound back. The guy's an incredible runner. He's hard. Nobody in the country brings this kid down one-on-one. That's just the way it goes. This year, you've seen something different. DJ is explosive and shifty in the open field. He's had great vision. He's had great patience. He reminds me so much of a Le'Veon Bell type running back where he waits for the blocks to develop. He knows where he's going. He knows, hey, there's a sliver of daylight here. I'm gone for 30 yards. The thing you see this year versus last year is he's got more of that top-end breakaway speed. He's got more of the elusiveness in the one-on-one situations in open field. Some of the stuff that Deuce Vaughn did. I mean, nobody will ever forget that play against TCU in the 2022 Big 12 championship game. Deuce breaks the absolute ankles of the TCU defender and then scampers for the touchdown. Nobody will ever forget that. DJ Giddens is putting those type of jukes on film every single week, something that previously he had not done to this point in the season. And that's not just me being a non-ball knower, because he had some of those flashes, but this has been a consistency for DJ Giddens, and it's an incredible development to see the incredible work he's already done this season. Also, I don't think he gets enough love in the receiving game. I know Kansas State fans have been high on that, but I think DJ at times people will knock him for, well, this. I have not really seen a moment, maybe one drop this entire season that I'm like, that stinks. Everything else I've seen of DJ Giddens, he's had incredible hands. He's twisting, contorting, making all these incredible catches. He's been a damn good receiver. He's the third most receiving yards of any running back in the league. That's a big deal for DJ Giddens. He's a stud running back with whoever you compare him on. If you want to put him on the Mount Rushmore of Kansas State running backs, that's not a crazy argument to have, and that's the beautiful thing we're seeing this year. Now, his leadership, his ability to the team, the way that guys look up to him, this is something so impressive because Deuce Vaughn, I don't know that I would say his personality was massive, but you saw moments where Deuce would have these awesome interviews. He was excited. He was doing this and this. DJ has awesome interviews for a different reason, because he's unapologetically himself. He keeps it under wraps. He keeps it quiet, professional. He's just doing what he's meant to do. He's not trying to be someone he's not, and I'm not saying Deuce was. That is not the route I'm going with this, but the point is, DJ's not conforming to, hey, I'm getting more national attention. I'm getting more attention from the Big 12. I'm getting this, this, and this. DJ's been the same dude from day one. The same dude at Junction City, loves to go out and fish. He's that dude. He's also the same guy that forced 12 missed tackles against Colorado and baptized Shiloh Sanders in the open field. The cool thing is that he's actually getting national love, and I'll back that up with some more stuff here in a second, but it is such an exciting thing to see a guy like DJ who doesn't have to bring attention to himself through his personality. Doesn't have to be out there saying, this is what I'm doing this, I'm the best running back in the Big 12, I'm doing this, and this isn't a shot at anybody else, but there's guys out there, like for other teams currently this season, that have gone to the extra lengths of, hey, look at me, I'm going to be the best back at this spot and this spot and this spot, and I'm going to do all these things, set all these records. DJ's just going to go out there and play football. That's the thing. I mean, there's some guys like that, there's some guys not, and it's just not a knock on anybody, but the point is he's succeeding by being himself and being a damn good running back. But to move on to the NFL conversation, there's two different things I want to cite here. The first one, DJ has gotten a lot of love on the NFL draft scene, and whether he decides that this is enough for him after 3 years, I think he probably will go to the NFL, because his draft stock's going to be damn high this season. But if he comes back, that'd be an incredible thing. I think he's going to the NFL. There's been two things that happened in the last week that kind of sparked this idea for the video as well. And the first one comes from PFF College. They recently posted their rankings. Now, I should also preface, PFF kind of gets an awful knock for different gradings and different things. I don't agree with them on a lot, considering you'll see things like weird, Sawyer Robertson was the 10th graded passer in all of week 8, and he has 5 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Then you'll have like Jake Retzlaff ahead of him, and he's got 2 picks, 2 interceptions the same week. Somehow he's graded higher. Doesn't really make any sense to me, but it's not important, neither here nor there. The point is, I will take the good thing from PFF in this case. They ranked the top 5 prospects in terms of NFL draft prospects this season at the running back position. Super quick break. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, 63% of the people watching this video right now are currently not subscribed to the YouTube channel, and feel free absolutely to ignore this and skip this, whatever the case is. But those of you that are watching right now and are unsubscribed, be sure and consider hitting that subscribe button if you love Kansas State, if you appreciate the channel. It's a great way to support me as I continue to grow on this journey, and it's also incredible to bring more K-State fans in like yourself on a consistent basis to see more of my K-State content. Once again, if you're in that 63% or if you're in the alternative in the 37%, I love and appreciate you. Back to the Cats. Number 1, is it any secret it's Ashton Jeanty? No. Omarion Hampton, another guy getting NFL buzz, North Carolina. Caleb Johnson's been a stud for Iowa. Quinshawn Judkins from Ohio State. No one's going to dispute you there. Checking in at number 5, it's big DJ Giddens. Let's talk about DJ here. This is their write-up. DJ Giddens is another massive riser in the group, cracking the top 5. His vision, decisiveness, and elusiveness have helped him rank among the FBS best running backs in forced missed tackles and yard after contact this season. That's spot on. And to further that point, I had a conversation today with Daniel Harms. He's a draft insight guru type guy that ranks just a bunch of people in college football, knows his stuff, long story short. On Twitter, he responded to this video of DJ destroying Colorado in that game in the open field, and Daniel Harms said this: Giddens is having a fantastic season. This running back class is loaded with talent. He runs a little tall at 6'1", but he's got a little bit more wiggle than you'd expect for a tall running back. Really, really enjoy his game. He's a legit riser in all caps. And so I responded. I was like, you know what? I make videos about Kansas State. Let's ask a little bit further. So I said, hey man, do you have a prediction for when he gets drafted? I'm interested to see what your outlook on the situation is. And without missing a beat, he responded telling me this. And I think you gotta appreciate what he's saying, because there's an element of truth and an element of homerism in my case. But he said likely 4th round. I personally have him as a late 3rd round pick as of right now. That's, that could change drastically if he continues to go off, whatever the case is. He's likely 4th round. There's so much talent at running back, it's hard to guess if the league waits because they're so deep or snatches it up. 3rd round wouldn't shock me at all. He's going to get better every single week. He's shown that. No one's disputing that. DJ Giddens has such a bright future ahead of him, but I just kind of wanted to make this video to talk about what an incredible season we're witnessing, and it's something where, we talk about this kid every week. Chris Kleiman talks about him. Hey, our identity is as 31 goes. He is the best player on our team. He is the best running back in this conference, and Avery said he's the best running back in college football. Disagree, agree, hate it, love it, whatever the case is. DJ Giddens is one of the greatest running backs in Kansas State history, and you're seeing history every single week. Every time he runs, every time he breaks a tackle, does something DJ Giddens-esque, folks, we're in for a treat every week. And I just wanted to highlight that because DJ absolutely deserves every bit of the praise he gets at the national level, the local level, or even with himself just when he's fishing out on the dock. But that's pretty much going to do it here. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to have some more K-State content this week, and then I'll have a video reacting to the Sunflower Showdown here in a couple of days once that finishes up. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Go Cats.